I don't want to fight this war no more. But I don't want to give up the battle. You know? It's crazy. It's a conflict within me, within ourselves. I want to give it all up, but at the same time, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave, you know? And based on the fact that we don't know what the truth is, that kind of still intrigues me, that little bit of, it kind of works like a light at the end of the tunnel or something. Even though the light at the end of the tunnel is seen as hope, but it's a level of curiosity that's still here. Like I want to know what this is. Like I want to know what this is. I want to know. You know? Is my level of curiosity bigger than me giving up this life, bigger than me leaving? Is the desire for truth bigger than leaving this earth? Is my desire bigger than giving up? Yeah, I hope so. For now, like I don't know where it's gonna lead us, where it's gonna lead me and us, because we are all fighting this battle individually, but at the same time we are all in this together, and we have to figure this out together. You know, everybody has a piece of truth. It's impossible to do this alone. I think we all have something to give. We all have something to offer. Everybody has their skill sets. You know, everybody has their vision, their thought, their gifts. We don't all have the same gifts. And together is where the power is. And that's crazy from a person that actually don't really want to deal with a lot of people. You know? But you ain't got no choice. Huh. Yeah, that's thought-provoking. You thinking about it all day long. What is this? What is this world? Why are we made like this? Why are we made this way? Why? Why do we have 2 eyes and 2 ears? Why not 3? Why do I have eyes in the front of my face and not on the back of my head? Why do I walk forward and not backward? Why do I have 2 hands and 2 legs? Why not 3 or 4? Why do I have to sleep? Why? Why? What's the reason behind it? What is the reason behind it? Huh? Why do I have to drink and eat? Can anybody tell me? Can anybody tell me that? Why? Why? And you could say, oh, it's irrelevant. It just is what it is. Right? You just have to deal with it and accept it for what it is. And that's cool. I can get it. But at the same time, I'm just intrigued by it, and I can't control my intrigueness. It's that's not even a word, but whatever. I just created it. I just create my own words. Whatever, create my own words. I'm just intrigued by it, and I want to know. And I don't know why my brain works like this. I don't know. This is what I've been given, right? This is yeah. It is what it is. Like I can't change it. Why is the world like this? Why do we look like this? Huh? What is the what is the what is the purpose behind it? Can anybody tell me? What is the purpose behind it? Yeah. Is there a deeper meaning to life? Huh? Yeah, it kind of moves me to know. I hope that we, a lot of people, not just me, that we find out what this is. I think it will relieve a whole bunch of, stress and weight off our shoulders. It would do a, you know, it would do great service, to our brains to know the truth. Yeah. Why? Why am I a person who always asks why? Ever since a young kid, I was, why this, why that? Young teen, why this, why that? Grown up, why this, why that? And I'm still like that. Why? Why? What's the reasoning behind it? And you can make yourself crazy by wanting to know all the facts and this and that, the ins and outs, the intricacies, but damn, I can't control it, man. I have to know. I have to know. Right? I have to know. If let's say, you leave this earth and you like a spirit and you were able to look back on your life you lived and all the other human beings on this earth finally know the truth, and you kind of crazy that kind of crazy to think that you're a spirit and really having these human emotions. So I guess that might not be realistic, but let's say that you were able to rationalize as a spirit, and you're like, damn, I wish I would have stayed, which is kind of crazy to even say, but a spirit that can reflect back and say, I wish I stayed and found out the truth. Like, I don't want to be that. I want to drain all the resources and find out the answers. And at the same time, I feel kind of light seeing it, because I love the fact that it is a part of my life, because I believe that piece could help me to do everything to stay in this realm, to not give up, But at the same time, anything could happen. The next week I can change my mind and believe something totally different. Being convinced of a totally different reality, a totally different rationality, different belief, and I'm done with it, But I don't even want to go that far. I don't even want to go that far. You know? And it's too much fear to deal with. It's crazy, right? You don't want to play with these thoughts, especially if you ain't ready for it. If you ain't ready for it and you play with these thoughts and desires, things could come to you. Things could come to you really fast and basically give you a reality check. Like, oh, you play with death. You play with the thought of death and the emotion, the desire. Okay, cool. Your wish is your command. And then it comes to you, and then you're like, nah. This too scary. This is too scary. I don't want to be in this, scary, situation. Scary. Nah, I don't want to deal with it. You know. So, yeah. I'd rather speak life, and that's kind of crazy from a person who's naturally like pessimistic, with all that pessimism that that ain't it. If I have to choose between positive and negative, I have to choose positive. Yo, this pessimism, like being a realist is good, right? Being a realist is good, but being a pessimistic mother, that is not good for anybody. That's not good for anybody, right? And if I have to choose between those two extremes, being extremely positive or extremely negative, I would choose extremely positive. I don't. Yeah, extremely positive. As long as it doesn't cloud my judgment. Let's say that. Because you don't want to be extremely positive and then not seeing reality for what it is either. Nah, you don't want to be in that situation. At all. At all. At all. Yeah, that was just on my mind. I just had to speak my mind, man. I just had to speak my mind. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Peace.